keep seeing this question online on Facebook groups and stuff. 6-volt, 12-volt. I did a quick touch-up. I'm going to do a pros and cons on it. Pros of the 6-volt. You keep it all OEM. A lot of these tractors out here are people's grandfather's tractors, great-grandfather's tractors. They don't want to use them anymore. They want to just keep them in their family, maybe show them in the parade, ride some kids around on it, maybe a hayride, Halloween, whatever you do with it. Keep it 6-volt. Keep it OEM. Keep it original. Problem is with the 6-volt. The cons of the 6-volt. You don't have a lot of capacity. These tractors are set right with your carburetor and your points. Cold or hot, it's going to crank. Time the engine turns over. Bam. Time it hit, they should crank. I rarely even have to choke this one. Even with an Amazon carburetor, I rarely ever have to choke. It's got to be really cold when you have to choke this. Alright. If you have to zoo this thing a lot, that 6-volt battery is not going to do it. It's going to die quick. Voltage regulators. They are terrible with them external voltage regulators. Prices on those range all over the place. It's going to probably be, I've never brought one. It's going to probably be, I dealt with a lot of those same style voltage regulators on the older Fords and the golf carts. They don't last. You can probably get what you pay for. You can get them from $30 to $200. All right. To me, it's not worth it. I use this tractor all the time, almost year round. I went 12-volt. It's a $55 alternator, auto parts. If it plays out on Sunday and I need it for it rains for Monday before I go to work for my regular job, I got it. I can go pick up one on Sunday afternoon. My generator was bad. I grounded it out. It was with the field wire, it was not putting out anything. So I needed a generator and probably a regulator too. There's no telling how much that would have cost it. I spec'd around the $300 mark for both. Problem is the regulators. I mean, some go, well, I had mine on there for 30 years. Another thing, if it's original, and you want to keep it original with the 6-volt, you do not need a charging system. You don't need to spend a bunch of money on it. You can keep it on there for looks, paint it up nicely, and have it for looks. You don't need it. You really don't. If you start this thing all the time, you need it. But if you're just going to ride it around, put it in a parade, or do your garden once or twice a year, whatever, you don't need it. That thing will run off that coil for months. I mean, it takes a long time. I have an old Ford dump truck. My alternator went out on it, and that's powering 8 cylinders instead of 4. I drove it for an hour and a half and got home, and it still cranked back up with no alternator charging. My voltage regulator a wire broke off the regulator plug. You don't need it. You ain't got to have it. I cut mine on and off all the time. I want mine to charge. But you don't have to have it. That's some of the pros of the 12-volt. It's going to spend a long time. You can get alternators fairly cheaply. That's an old style GMC alternator. You can pick them up, like I said, the auto parts. That's one of the cons of it. The battery price. Batteries are half the price for a 12-volt than they are 6-volt. In my opinion, the 12-volt lasts a whole lot longer. But anybody got any questions, you email me, or I'll be glad to describe this a little bit deeper on the 12-volt and 6-volt. I have very much experience with that.